Greetings metalheads, welcome to another edition of the Friday 13th YouTube album reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the new album by the band Sinner, who are about to release their new album Brotherhood on Atomic Fire Records, released on the 15th of July 2022. Some of you out there may know about the band Sinner, and if you don't, I'm just going to enlighten you a little bit about the band's history. Now, we all know Matt Sinner, bassist and vocalist, formed this band back in 1982 in Stuttgart, Germany. And Sinner had done some really good albums, first signing with, the band signed with SL Records and released their first album, Wild and Evil, back in 1982. In 1983, the band released their second album, Fast Decision, released on Scratch Records. And in 1984, the band released their first album for Noise Records, which was titled Danger Zone. This is when the band really started to pick things up. This album would kind of sound a little bit like Accept and also have a symphonic vibe to it as well. Now, this album, Danger Zone, would have a vibe of a cross between Accept and also a band called Mad Max. Another band that would spring to mind for this album would be American band The Rods. In 1985, the band would release their next album, Touch of Sin, also for Noise Records. This was a really good album, and you could see that the band were progressing. Now, the next album, Coming Out Fighting, is a really good album. It's a little bit more diverse, and you could start to hear the resemblances of Thin Lizzy shown in this album. In total, Sinner have recorded 19 previous albums, and that really does say a lot about a band. Now, we all know that Sinner are a fantastic band, and there's a lot of Thin Lizzy in their music. Now, the band have been with various labels, Mausoleum, MTM, AFM Records, and now they're on Atomic Fire Records, which is kind of a subsidiary of Nuclear Blast Records. So the new album Brotherhood consists of Tom Newman, who's been with the band for 35 years. Can you believe it or not? Well done, Tom. I mean, also Tom was involved with Primal Fear, and he still is, along with guitarist Alex Scholar, along with drummer Marcus Coleman. Now, these guys have really gelled well together and made a fantastic album. Brotherhood is a really good album, and it's a must for anybody who likes melodic metal, especially Thin Lizzy. They've got a hell of a lot of Celtic vibe in their music, and it really gels well with the music. Now, this album also features some special guests doing vocals. We've got David Ingram from the band Benediction, a UK thrash death metal band, and to be honest, his vocals really do fit well with the song that he appears on. The album also features special guest Eric Martinson, Georgia Corrali, Lisa Muller, Mark Basil, Neil Witchard, Oliver Pelotti, who's also with the band Camelot, Ronnie Romero, who's also with the band Lords of Black, and also Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, Sasha Kerbs, Steph E, and also Tom Lundgren from the band Evergrey. As you can see, there's some fantastic vocalists appearing on this album, and musicians as well. Now, the first song on the album's called Bulletproof. This kind of reminds me of Thin Lizzy, but it also reminds me of a harder edge Bonfire. Yeah, I guess you could also say there's also vibes of Primal Fear in there, which is kind of hard to take away, as we all know Matt's involvement with Primal Fear. Bulletproof is a fantastic opening song, and it's definitely a German melodic metal song. Packs a punch, really good song, really well worth checking out. Now, Sinner, like I said before, are not a new band. They've really been pulling out some really fantastic albums in the past, and the second song, We Came to Rock, just proves that. You know, it's got that vibe of Accept in there. You know, the typical German vibe, nothing wrong with that. You know what you're getting with German metal. Some solid melodic metal, which is really cool. And like I say, Sinner's a fantastic band. They've been at it for many years. And this is a really song worth checking out, and it's called We Came to Rock. Now, the next song's called Reaching Out. This could really be a Primal Fear melodic ballad song. It's a really well thought out song, and Matt's vocals are fantastic. So is the guitar playing by all musicians. It's a really well put together song, and really well worth checking out. Now, the next song is the title track, Brotherhood. Very Thin Lizzy influenced. It's a really catchy song. It's got a really good Celtic vibe there. Now, the next song is entitled Refuse to Surrender. This is a really good song. It's one of my favourite songs off the album. It's kind of one of those songs where you're driving in a car with your window down and you're just belting out classic metal. Yeah, it's a really catchy song. It's a driving metal song. Really well worth checking out. So if you're going to buy the album, check out this song. Another cool song on the album is the next song, which is called The Last Generation. This is a really cool song, really well put together. Now, Matt's vocals are fantastic on this song, and to play bass guitar and vocals is a challenge for any musician. This is a really catchy mid-paced song, and it's really well worth checking out. Some fantastic playing, some really good guitar solos, and Matt's vocals really do shine through. Now, the next song's called Gravity, which is a duet featuring Lisa Muller, who does a fantastic job alongside Matt Sinner. It's good to hear the vocals by male and female doing together vocals, and it comes off really well. Now the song really does pack a punch. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Primal Fear, but not as heavy as Primal Fear. So if you like a good song with a really good vibe, fantastic vocals and melody hooks, this is a song really needs to be checked out. It's called Gravity. Now the next song on the album's called The Man They Couldn't Hang. This is probably one of the best songs on the album. Really does pack a punch. It's got a really good vibe, some really good guitar playing, and plenty of double bass drumming. Matt does a fantastic job on the vocals and bass, and it's a really catchy song, really well worth checking out. So if you want to listen to a heavier song on the album, this is the song you need to check out, The Man They Couldn't Hang. Now, other songs on the album are The Rocker Rides Away, My Scars, 40 Days and 40 Nights, and like I said, you also get a bonus song, which is When We Were Young by The Killers. It's a great album, there's some fantastic playing here. All the band really shine through. They've really pulled out a fantastic album. Now the album is entitled Brotherhood, which is released on Atomic Fire Records. It's a fantastic album. It's really well worth checking out. It's one of the best German melodic metal albums of this year. So I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5. It's a fantastic album, folks. Check it out. It's released on the 15th of July of 2022. So thanks for watching this review. At the end of this review, you're going to be able to listen to a song or a promotional video from the album. So check it out. Thanks for watching, Metalheads. Be safe.